Good day, this 278th day, Meaningful Moments, 365 days. This morning was an earlier start, and as I was noting, and I'm sure all of you are too, if you're in the Midwestern Hemisphere, that it's darker later in the morning, sometimes making you think that you got up too early. But I don't mind getting up so early. For me, there's a quality to the light, a quality to those seasons like summer when the sun is up before me sometimes, and it is beckoning me. Come out, play with me, get up, start the day, smell the flowers, enjoy the sun before it gets too hot. And there's a quality to that. There's a quality to the air and the way the light is filtering through the air that we breathe. And sometimes we don't notice that until all of a sudden we have that shift, and then we have the autumn equinox. Suddenly we feel that day shortening, and we feel that darkness encroaching on both sides of it, and now it's a new quality. And just moments ago is when the meaningful moment happened. I was getting some things ready this morning, and my husband had to leave a little bit earlier for some events going on at his company, and all of a sudden I was sitting here in the dark. It's just starting to get a little light out now, but it's still a gray sky. But I noticed that it was already, 6 o'clock, and it was still pretty pitch black. And suddenly, it was a very different sensation, a different quality that I had been experiencing for months and really aware of because I had been so present with the summer months and all that light that was streaming through. And suddenly it's changed, and there's this new quality of light. But this here is a beautiful way that I celebrate the light in the dark. And there's something about the fire, candlelight, or my fireplace. It's still not cool enough to turn it on, but once that happens, it'll be this quality of light, this glow that happens. We happen to bring in some of our herbs, about 5 potted herbs, some basil, some rosemary, lavender, sage, chamomile, and we put up some grow lights. And they have a white light, well, not a white light, but it's, a natural daylight, similar more towards the sun, that we have to have on for where they're positioned, and so that they can still keep producing for us. And it's a different quality of light, and it's a little stark for me. And my husband was kind enough to put some of these more accent warm lighting underneath to not make it so harsh on my eyes. But had this been a sunny day, that would be more natural. But the quality of light has changed now with the season. And now it's almost like, oof, that's a little too bright. I want to bring in that warmth, that glow. And again, it's this quality that's filtering through the air too. It's this season change and the coolness that's coming now, and this glow of the warming light is warming, literally. And perhaps that's why it feels so good as the temperature starts to drop as well. And maybe it does one of those little tricks in our mind that we look to feel more comforted and more held as we start to see the changes happen. And it's good to feel that footing and feel like it's all safe and cozy wherever we are. And we gain that more and more by tuning in and being able to reside in this place where we're connected with everything all around us, and noting things like the quality, not just of light, but of life. And perhaps in some ways they're synonymous with one another, and that energy that's ever flowing. For all the ways that you become more and more aware of the qualities of living. Aho, friends.